So y'all became very successful over the last couple of years. I'm thankful that y'all asked me to be a part of it and come out and DJ with y'all. I'm talking about all across the country, California, Vegas, Reno, lost my ass in Reno, everywhere, bro. And we have a whole tour coming up. How exactly did y'all do it? That's one thing. I want Sav to answer that. And then I want you to answer when you're looking as a CEO of Mingo Music Group, the company, what are you looking for in artists that you invest your time in pushing? Well, talk to the people about how from the beginning to right now.
Okay, hi y'all. My name's Savannah. I know I'm the only lady up here. You're probably gonna hear me fucking cuss. I'm so sorry. Um, First of all, I do want to give a shout out to Strizzo. He wasn't lying when he was opening up. This is probably one of the most important things I'm gonna say to you guys. So listen very carefully. You hit Strizzo up. Okay, so Gator hit Strizzo up, and they're like, "Oh, we're bringing a DJ on." Now, I'm gonna just tell you, I had some bad experiences when it came with trying to get a DJ and trying to get a band. Strizzo came the first day, and he was very eerie. He was like, "Oh, I don't know about this. I don't know what I'm doing." Da da da. And then we had our meeting, and he came back the second day with a whole different attitude. He's like, "Wait a second, no. I want to be a part of the team. I want to work." Strizzo, you are probably one of the only people, and I'm talking like a handful, less than five. Since you stepped into our world, you've been loyal as fuck and you ain't left. And that is something that you do not come across in this world. People are snakes, boy. They want to be around for like the clout and the what can I gain from you, and then when you can't give them what they think they're out, So that's a good dude, right?
Shout out DJ Strizzle.
Shout out Strizzo. Okay, so how do we do it? Oh, well, I had a hunger. I've been through a lot of shit in my life, and music was the only thing that probably kept me alive. Ever since I was a little girl, I'm like, this is what I'm gonna do. People used to laugh at me for it. Look who's laughing now. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So, man, I was messed up in life. I was broke as all get out. I had no place to live. My car was, I mean, just anything you could possibly think of, I was going through it. And I got connected with this guy, Gator, who also had been completely beat up in the music industry and who had just checked out for 5 years and just so happened to come back right when I needed him. And I don't know, he had a plan. I was down to listen. I didn't care about anything else except making music. So I put my head down. I listened to every single thing he said. And I mean, we both played a part in the sense of ideas and so on and so forth, but I mean, we kind of just ran with it and it worked. Now, I'm not saying that happens all of the time, but the biggest thing I can tell you in the process is one, if you're in it for money, get the fuck out. That should never be your end goal for wanting to do music. If you don't have a strong passion burning inside of your heart, you will literally quiver and just fall to the floor. This is not for the weak. What happens out here in these streets, these people are dogs, bro. Like, I'm not kidding you. This shit is crazy. So you have to have a real love for music, not the money. The money, will come if you stay at it, you continue putting out music, your streams will build up. That's awesome. Don't ever be in it for the money. Always be humble and remember where you came from. And I feel like we both connected with that. In the beginning, I was like, I don't care. Oh, we're not making no money off this show. I don't give a shit. I'm a bitch. I just want to meet the people. I want to shake the hands. I want to take the pictures. I want to meet the kids. I don't care about the money. Don't pay me. Make sure the label eats, or make sure my DJ's paid, or make sure, my security's paid, or whatever the case may be, Never about the money, and always remaining humble and giving, which in a sense will get you burned, but at the end of the day, you're always paid back for the heart that you have. So, I don't know. We just kept our heads down and kept fucking going. Every 2 weeks, we were dropping records. Every 2 weeks, music video, staying online, all the stories, all the TikToks, all the reels. People are like, who the hell is this bitch? And I'm like, hey, also not caring what people think. I don't know what anybody in here personally, but if you give a shit about someone else's opinion, you gotta stop. Because you are gonna get online and you're gonna post something, and however many people are gonna take it wrong or not like it or not keep it fucking going. If you believe in yourself and you're confident in what you're bringing to the table, it'll shine through. People will love you for who you are. Don't care about them motherfuckers' opinions. They're not genuinely paying your bills. Like, maybe in a sense, because they're coming on your shit and talking shit, but like, you don't need to. Other people's opinions, no, don't care. I don't know. I feel like that's good for me.
Savannah Dexter. What was my question?
As a owner of a label, a successful, very successful independent label, what do you look for in an artist? Not just Savannah, but what do you look for in an artist when you're looking at bringing them in, letting them come to the studio? Dope studio. They got a dope studio, by the way. But what do you look for? What do you look for, and what makes you not and want to work with an artist?
After dealing with a whole bunch of artists now, the first thing I'm gonna do is like a 20-question mental health check. Amen. I think, and this is no disrespect to anybody, I think artists get on my nerves more than any type of person in the world because the egos are through the roof. The problem is they want me or somebody else or a unit to invest in them. They're not willing to invest in their fucking selves more than I am. That's the problem, right? People think that everybody, when you record a song and you're riding around listening to it 16 times yourself, right? You think you got a hot record, you don't. Everybody did message me about this song. That's 7 people, don't get it twisted, it's not a bunch of people. But because you're getting 15 messages, half of those are telling you it's hot, that's bullshit. A hot record is a hot record. You'll know when it's hot because it'll take off. It'll be the record that you don't think is hot that takes off, right? What Savannah was saying is true. Like when we first met, Savannah was just an artist and we're trying to, whatever. But Savannah came to the studio. I told her, I said, hey, are you willing to do what it takes? Like, how many people are artists in this room? Can you raise your hand, please?
Go. Where the artists at?
Now watch this. How many of y'all want to make $500,000, $1 million a year? Keep your hands up. Now, how many of y'all willing to do what it takes to make that much money? How many is that? 8, 7 of y'all full of shit. Because you're not. You're just willing to do what you think it takes to make it. You're willing to say, hey, here's the hot song. Now you break the record for me. And that doesn't work, right? With Savannah, I told her, hey, we're about to work. If you come up here, we're going to work. But Savannah came up. We worked 15, 16 hours a day in the studio every single day. But that's what it takes. Is there any guarantees of music? No. I've been doing music. Oh, for 2 months. But music, the best way to describe, for anybody that's been in the music business, I heard this one day, it was the best analogy I ever heard in my life. College, or if you're going to be a lawyer, if you're going to be a doctor, imagine that dark ass tunnel, right? If you want to be a doctor, hey, 8, 12 years from now, I can see the light at the end of that tunnel. I can see it. Now, it might take me a long time to get to that motherfucker, but I can see it. Music, no. You're going to walk for a lot of years and not even see a fucking flicker. Right? But when you see the flicker, you start to sprint. And that flicker might be a fake flicker. The music business, the one thing I got sold more than anything was hope. I bought so many lies, so much bullshit. And the only time I became successful is when I didn't listen to the lies, listen to the bullshit, and I put my head down and I said, hey, I think this is going to be the path. And that was my life. And then I started running. And she was saying I couldn't. I had a beard.
Good shit. Y'all give it up.
No, let's go get it. I'll go get it. Make no music.
So, my man, manager of one of the top artists in the world. I remember when it first started. I mean, obviously, you know the journey. I want people to hear the journey, you know, a little bit of the journey, but I want you to mostly talk about relationships, not burning the bridges, because at the end of the day, that's something that we always comment about, chat about, talk about. First and foremost, what